Right then, here we go, Tricycle Project Part 5. And the Tricycle Project is basically finished. Anybody who does anything with classic cars knows that they're never finished. You're always tweaking things, you're always finding things to do, there's always improvements. And the reason I'm saying it's finished is because it's insured, and today it's going on its first trip. So anything that goes on after this is basically goes on a snag list or just tweaking things. And what we're doing today is first of all we're going to go put some fuel in it, give it a bit of a vac out, and we're going to head to a lad called Adam, who's a member of the Reliant Owners Club, and he's going to set it up for us. He's going to do the timing and he's going to do the mixture. So if we have a look at the doors now, you see the driver's doors on. The gaps are pretty good. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's as good as I'm going to get it, and I'm not spending hours and hours messing around getting that sorted out. So if we look inside now, the back seats are placed in. They're not actually fitted in because I haven't yet decided what I'm doing with that spare wheel. I might leave it in the bottom because it looks like you might get a bit more room there. So the new steering wheel is on, but I haven't fitted the badge yet because I want to make sure this is straight. So I've got the tools to adjust it when we go on the road to make sure that's aligned straight. We've got a temporary mirror in here because the original were rubbish and unrestorable. So that's a temporary mirror for now. The stem has been restored, but the head is just a plastic replacement. There isn't right what else to mention. The only other thing that I forgot to mention on the last video was the master cylinder. I've changed the master cylinder on the car because I'll just go get the old one. This is a new one that I fitted. If you remember in video 1, if anybody's watched video 1, they know I had to replace everything because somebody put mineral fluid in it. Now, as you can see, this is looking a right mess. Basically, it's a master cylinder that's got a separate plastic reservoir that seals with some rubber O-rings in there, and it were weeping. I were constantly getting drips from here, and whenever I'd come to the garage it had dripped 2 or 3 drips, and I wasn't happy with it. So I tried to bodge it because it's not on the pressure side. I tried to bodge it with stuff, and obviously that looks a right mess now. And in the end I just sacked it, and I've put a replacement on. I wasn't happy with it because I thought it's not a 2-second job to check your fluid on these cars. You've got to pull the carpet up and remove a cover to get to it, and I just thought I don't want to be driving the car one day and the fluid be too low, because losing brakes on a road trip is considered undesirable. So that's been swapped out. There's no else been really done much. I'm not going to fit a stereo. What I might do is buy a digital radio to carry around in the car that will run off the 12-volt system. Something that I can plug an MP3 player in. But that all depends on how noisy this thing is, which we're going to find out today on its first road test. I've still got to put these door trims on, but I'm waiting for some more of these little screw caps to come because they were a bit small, and I'm getting some bigger ones for them. You can see now that I'm struggling to find things to talk about because it's basically done. We're getting down into really small bits and pieces, and hopefully today will go well. We shall see. Right then, here we go. First start up and first journey. We've got a jack in the boot, and we've got a fire extinguisher. Not that I'm paranoid or anything, but yeah, let's go. Instant start, right on the button. We're going to go to the petrol station first. Brake pedal feels pretty solid after that change of cylinder. It's a bit cold at the moment, obviously, even though it's a nice day. That's my mate, Paddy. Well, it's about 4 years since I drove this. And driving one of these is a bit of an experience. The steering is really light. I mean, this was austerity motoring back in the 60s and early 70s. You just can't compare to modern cars. I mean, they are, for want of a better word, rubbish in comparison to modern cars. Everybody knows that. But they're not as bad as what a lot of people say. They're not, people say, oh, they turn over straight away. That's absolute rubbish. You've got to be driving like an arsehole to do something like that. Pushed fully home now, but we're not warmed up yet. It's quite noisy here. We haven't got any of the covers on, the engine covers, because we'd only have to take them all off when we get to Adam's place. Once it's all set up, then they can go back on with the car. Anybody who's restored a car and when they first get it on the road, there's always that you've got to build confidence in it. You start off with short journeys. There's always going to be little things to tweak and fix. It's not like wheeler dealers where they get the car restored and they go out on a picnic and nothing goes wrong and they sell the car straight away to somebody. Life's not like that. One thing I have noticed, although it is bumpy obviously over the speed bumps, it doesn't feel as harsh as it did before. And I think it's probably because these new tyres are not donkey's years old. There's a lot more give in them. There's the indicator on, look, but with my foot on the brake and foot off the brake. So easy. One thing I noticed about these cars, it's so easy to forget to take your foot, to cancel the indicators, because where I'm sitting, I can barely see. I can barely see the indicator flashing. The clutch is a bit harsh. I wonder if it might help trying to set up in second rather than first. First is very short. Well, first destination, a success. Short as it was. It's got a bit more petrol in it. Shell Optimax. Math's going to have a lot of editing to do. Right then, let's just go up Wakey Road then. Yeah, getting used to setting off in first gear because it's very snatchy. No synchro on first in this, so you have to basically stop before you put it in first.
I guess you lost all power.
Yeah.
It did somewhat similar to that last time, didn't it? You remember? It's as it's got really hot.
Well, that's not gone well. I was just checking to see then if the vacuum pipe had come off the distributor. The accelerator cable is fine.
It's done it as the it's got to the point where it's getting hot.
Basically, the car was bogging down coming up that hill there, and I was struggling to get 50 out of it, and can't see anything untoward under engine, like anything loose. Vacuum pipe on the distributor's still there. I think it's just a case of it's either running too rich or it's just not set up right, but that's the whole purpose of this journey, to get to Adam and get it set up. We think it's something like that. I don't think it's anything major, because it does start every time. It's just a case of when you put your foot down, and now we've let it cool down, it seems to be behaving. So we'll carry on. If we have to stop, we have to stop. by modern standards. But it's not dropping, it's steady. But that won't be the cause of any of these issues.
The heat coming out of there is unbelievable.
You're getting warm legs, Nick.
Red hot. That's right.
When I put that cover on, could we put in some foil on the inside? Just try to reflect some of the heat back. It's probably barely worth doing, but let's get some food from this shop. Right, Maffy's now in the car with me. We've been to see Adam, and he's sorted out the carburettor. We've gone back to the electronic ignition distributor and he's leaned the carburettor out, and we've driven back from Wakefield with no issues whatsoever, and the car does seem to be a lot better. We think that the issues that we were having, it were probably too rich, plugs were getting wet, it were nothing serious, it was just part of the setup that wanted doing anyway. So we'll go out for another little run, we'll go up to the local water tower and back round. It's not very fast up hills, it seems to struggle a bit up hills, but it's certainly not bogging down or doing what it were doing earlier on. But it's all part of the fun of classic cars. As I mentioned earlier, going over these speed bumps locally, it's not as harsh as it used to be. And I think that's because of the new tyres are quite bouncy. Quite noisy, and you think, oh, what speed am I doing? And then you look at speedo, you're only doing 30 miles an hour. What do you reckon, Matt? Comfort?
Very comfy.
Very comfy. By modern standards, that can't be right. Yeah, it's definitely smoother. Well, that's not saying the right lot, but it is going better than it did before. So the plans are Leeds cruise on Saturday, which is only down the road, and then after that, I plan to go to Stratford Haven in this for the Mark 1 Cortina show, Mark 1 and Mark 2 Cortinas, because my friends who are into the Fords and the Anglias, they'll be going, and no doubt I'll be getting some ribbing for going in this. Right, here we are, water tower. And we can say goodbye to the speed bumps for a short while down this road. I've not washed it or polished it since it's been painted. I mean, I'm not an expert on paints or anything, but I just wanted to let the paint harden a bit more before I started polishing it. And I'm just going to use normal polish, I'm not using out fancy. Auto Glen will do. Being a bit more used to setting off in first gear. It's really snatchy, it's first gear, and it's dead easy to stall it. As soon as you start lifting your foot, it's wanting to go. And it's too easy to lift your foot too quick, and it just jerks forward, it stalls. Are your legs toasty warm there?
I'm getting roasted because of it. Manifold right there.
Well, when I get back to the garage now, I'm going to fit them spark plugs and I'm going to put all that back now because I'm not touching this. Well, apart from normal servicing, I'm happy with how this is set up. The only thing is, the only concern at the moment is it's not great going up hills. I struggled to get it over 30 going up a hill, but I thought it'd do a little bit more than that going up hills. But on the flat, you know, in something like this, you don't really want to be going much over 60, do you? Tops, really. Yeah, it's behaving itself now, and it's the temperature gauge is higher than it was when it was misbehaving. The oil pressure seems to be set at 30 no matter what, even from a cold start 30, if I rev it up a bit goes to 40, but generally just sitting at 30 all the time. Right then, so next port of call, Leeds cruise, weather permitting.
Yep.
You alright with that then, Matt?
Yep, brilliant.
It's all coming that way, is there?
Let's burn rubber.
Right, let's burn oil. To Leeds cruise.
It's a lot quieter now.
It's what?
A lot quieter.
Well, it will be with this. Oh, now everything's put back together.
First time I've been in it with all carpet. Have you seen difference here to that? Yeah. It's like no room here. I shot one more room here before.
You won't be burning up this time though. Good. Not too bad actually to say we've got a lot of weight in it. There won't be many times there'll be 3 people in this.
Not quite.
Isn't it? So what do you reckon of that?
It's this.
You like it?
It's this. It rides a lot better than what I thought it would.
Will you swap it for yours?
Well, you know, it's
I think the word you're looking for is no.
I don't like it though just as much. I like the uniqueness about it. Not something you see every day at every show.
You hardly ever see these at shows.
That's what I like about it.
If you do see one at a show, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a trotter van.
Yeah.
There's too many of them about now. It's not. It used to be a bit of a. I mean, each to their own, like, but it used to be a bit of a unique thing that ain't now.
Yeah.
I was once at a show where there were 2 of them. 2.
That's what they normally do to them, don't it? Because it's the most recognisable thing about them, isn't it? My car, the most recognisable part of it's a piano on top of its roof.
Piano. Still got another gear. The power. Busy a little bit down there. Should be reasonable, it's quite decent weather, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dry. It's quite a decent day though, isn't it, really?
Got the horn working as well.
Oh yeah, badges on.
It took me ages to get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a little spring on inside it that loops outside, and it has to make contact with the inside of this.
Alright. Is it like grounded then?
Well, that's when it's the. Well, that's when it's. It's got a little. 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 It's got That's the loop goes round that, yeah, the current. And obviously when this was installed, they were all thick and paint. It took me a while to rub it all out.
Yeah.
Rubbing it out without scratching outside of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing we never mentioned in the previous video. We are running the electronic distributor.
Suspension.
Oh yeah. Adam said, oh yeah, no problem. I went with the original distributor, points and condenser, because I was told, oh, your bob weights and springs won't be right in that, but Adam said he's never had a problem with them, so we've set it up with it, and so far it's fine.